Who the hottest in these state? Come to Hustle Mania, find out. It's Kasi B. Get money or get away from me.
And it's your boy, Eli the Guy, the one and only.
And we right here with the legendary Floyd Simmons, also known as 90 Zone. Can y'all give him a round of applause, please? Round of applause.
The one and only.
Alright, so we gonna get straight to it. You're a legendary artist. You painted one of, or a bunch of, legendary murals. Worked with a lot of cats in the industry, male, female. And what we want to do is we want to start it from the beginning. Why did you even say you want to do this shit?
What, hip hop?
Nah, painting,
art,
all of this. Why do you want to
hip hop?
Why?
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 Bro, I did this shit just to prove to one circle of people, and that was my family. Not to prove about hip hop, but to prove to them that I'm not stupid. You see, most of y'all don't know. I didn't finish high school and none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I left early. It was a toxic household.
Tell us where you from.
I was born in Trinidad, raised in St. Croix, Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get back to the whole point of being toxic in my household.
Okay.
It appeared toxic to me growing up, but you try to think about a father trying to raise 11 kids in a society of people who just fucking with your family and killing, and your family go out there and they die and don't come back.
Right.
So he did it the hardest way that he possibly could, and he was just whooping our asses to stop doing shit. Don't go outside, don't do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Overprotected.
Overprotected. He couldn't help it, you know what I'm saying? So I love the man because he brought me close to the track, you know what I'm saying? To finish my race. As far as I'm concerned, some people don't even get on the track. Some people be on TV watching the fucking game.
Right.
So I got pretty close, even if my father came across kind of ignorant. That's all he knew.
Right.
So, with that being said, I came to I left Atlanta. I came up to New York, and I was just grinding. Like, my grind was to prove my family.
How old was you when you came to New York?
When I came back to New York, I was 19. 19.
Okay.
And I fought, bro. My grind was to prove to my family, but they saw the grind. Hip hop saw the grind. I was just trying to find a job to prove that I could make it.
Right.
So when they saw me, when they saw what I was doing, like Buster recognized my work. Buster used to call me on my phone. He said, "I'm only gonna hire you because I like what you do." I didn't know I was like shoving myself into hip hop, like you know, like showing how great I was just based on the fact of how great I appeared to be. But I was doing it to prove to my family.
Right.
I wasn't trying to prove it to them. Yeah, it was, but my family never recognized the shit. But hip hop did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, but sometimes we need a hunger, we need a fight when we go out there to do something that everybody else is trying to get to.
So let me ask you, what was that mindset when you was 19, you came back to New York, and you said, I'm gonna prove to these people that I'm gonna make it in what I'm doing? What was that mindset?
My mindset was like, I gotta be the best one, period. I'm the youngest one amongst all these older heads who were painting, and I was actually the one that they were looking at the most, but I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? To be relevant, to have a purpose, to do something, to have skill, people wanna see that shit. People wanna recognize that shit. I didn't know that. If you know what you gotta do, you put it forward, but thank God that the hunger was for my family.
Right.
They were able to see it in the best way. I was like, oh shit. Not until like things went south, you know what I'm saying? I started looking back to how the fuck did I do this shit? Where did this hunger come from? I was hungry as hell. I don't see the drive. Like today I don't have to drive, bro. I'll be up, back in the day I'll be up 3 days painting the whole backdrop.
Like, you know what they
up
say?
Straight. Like now, my body got tired, my brain's like, think more. You know what I'm saying? Your kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? Your joints. You know, it used to sound like jazz back in the day. Now it sounds like fucking merengue. Everything is fucking cracking up. Dude, when I get up, you can tell my age immediately. I can feel my age immediately. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what they say? Like, when you listen to your favorite hip hop artists, we always get into the conversation of it wasn't what they got going on right now. What they just released is not as good as their first album or whatever they first dropped, because when they first dropped, they was that hungry.
There was a hunger. There was a relevance. The people who want to hear you, they're the ones who hungry. They're the ones who hungry too. So they want to recognize something that sounds like them. When they evolve into the next stage, well, you know, we don't sag our pants no more. We wear suits and shoes and jackets, button downs or whatever. They like, well, we talk about other things. People like, no, we want to hear that old shit. Like, nah, I don't live that no more, so I don't talk that no more. So that's why people, a lot of times, the older cats fall off. You got to stay relevant to how everything goes, period, in life.
So who was your early on inspirations, you know, when you getting into the game?
My early inspiration? God damn, bro, like, this is cheesy as hell, but it was like Guy. This is my high school, right? Beforehand, like, it was Guy, fucking Teddy Riley, and, you know, those kind of groups back in the day.
What about
MC Hammer? That's what it was back then.
What was about their work that inspired you?
Nothing. It was just trying to get out of my house and trying to be relevant somewhere. I didn't know what that was yet. I could tell you what I could be now, but back then I didn't know. I just followed. I was following something that I always tell people, right? I look at us almost like straight up flowers. Like we all grow up like flowers, like plants, you know, like in a certain way, and we all require shade and light.
Right.
A lot of times people want so much attention, it applies, they place themselves in too much light. When you get too much light, what does that do? It's overexposure.
Yeah, it could die.
And you die. Most of these entertainers, they die before 30. Overexposed. A lot of times we got to learn how to be in the shade and the light back and forth. Some of us don't even get light. Some of us dying in the shade.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? No, for real. For real. And we
Yeah,
search it.
yeah.
So if you could see yourself in a way of how we grow, our growth is all the same. We just have to be dialed into what we want to be relevant in. That's usually a creativity of some kind. You don't feel alive if you're not relevant. And if you could do something that you're good at, you put yourself in a position to dial in, to sucking in all that moisture toward that dry sponge that we are when we're young.
So,
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to, and that's why sometimes when we don't know what it is and family's so busy working, a lot of times we dial in the wrong place, we going into wrong crowds, drugs, bullshit, and we start to get smart at it, but at the wrong direction, like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway.
I was about to jump into it and say, so for all the young creators watching, you know, using that analogy of us being like flowers growing up, we need the right amount of sun and the right amount of shade.
We need a balance.
What type of advice can you give them to like have that balance? Because like you said, it's a lot of them that want too much sun and end up dying.
Yeah, well, I say it's more so, it's based on what you can feel, right? If you feel positivity, you're in the right direction. If you do some negative shit, we all know what the fuck negative is.
Right.
You know that's the wrong direction.
Right.
Let's don't play around. You know what I'm saying? we all know.
Right.
And sometimes we want to be
That's all for
sneaky, right? And that's full circle shit come back and hit you. So you can either practice what's right or just be sneaky and practice what's wrong. If we don't find an avenue in our lives, we're just gonna go off to like some other shit that, and sometimes it's still being creative, even when you're wrong. A lot of times when motherfuckers is lying, right?
Creative as hell.
Right.
You're a good
Right.
storyteller.
Best stories.
You a storyteller. You a
Best
director. You a writer.
Because you're making shit up as you go.
Oh well, the whole point is you can dial yourself in the right direction and utilize that because we're in a state of dryness right now, or we're trying to suck in as much moisture as possible.
Right.
Pause, right? But we're trying to bring in as much. We're taking knowledge, and a lot of times we get comfortable. We love when we know shit. Think about whatever you're good at.
Right.
People talk, you know it like that, right?
Right. You
Right?
got something to say.
Right. So everything you get comfortable, always know, retain that, put it in your pocket as a weapon, and go find something else that's hard.
Right. I get what you're saying.
If it's tough,
Right.
go
Challenge
towards it.
yourself.
People sometimes tell me about when I was doing the Harriet, tell me like, yo, how the fuck you painting that big? Well, I was prepped for that. I knew how to do that. I knew every day I had to chip away from it, and I knew I wouldn't be the happiest motherfucker around y'all. Y'all gonna be like, listen.
Right.
You know, it's
All
like,
right, so
yo, what's up? It's like, man, I ain't trying to talk to you. He's like, damn, he got an
Right,
attitude today.
so-
No, I just know I gotta keep on chipping him. It's just all about recognizing what you need to do and not just running out there and doing whatever you think you gotta find. You need to understand a direction. Dial yourself into a direction and you will lose a lot less limbs. Makes more sense?
Mm-hmm. And for you, that was painting.
It was painting. So I was able to save myself. I was able to come back. By the time I was creative and talented, I had all my limbs. So they looked at me as like, oh, this dude is something. He's something different. I didn't know that. I was trying to prove to my family the whole time. But to get past that and recognize, oh shit. Then later on in life, I became relevant of hip hop. I didn't know that shit. So
a lot of other people don't know what you did.
Well, you know what? A lot of people know about my work and stuff like that. And if they knew how I felt deep inside, they'll be like, oh man, this is a lot deeper than this. It's more than this dude than we thought he was.
You've worked with a lot of people. Who were your favorite people to work with?
My favorite people to work with, Onyx, Fredro, Sticky, Suave, and
Fredo Bang, shout out.
Yeah, Fredro, that's my dude right there. Like, he looked out for me. These are people who really cared, like, and they were real quiet in the destruction. You know what I'm saying? Not destruction as in chaos, but like when they went out there and they stomped this, they went out there and they did some shit. You didn't know when they were doing it. You know. And if you don't mind, I'll tell you about a story how I met Fredro and them.
Yeah, tell us.
I was living in Queens, off Guy Brewer. I used to take the E train to the last stop and take a dollar van, the Jamaican van, and shit. And of course on Guy Brewer, Fredro and them they were working in a barber shop. They had cut hair.
Wow.
So I like how I made my money, like I had to pay bills, so I had to like go out there and find, how to get my rent. You know what I'm saying? So I started going like to barber shops and saying I could paint, I could paint your face on your jacket, your barber jacket or whatever. So I was going there with like a barber jacket already painted on a hanger. And they were like, they'll never understand what the fuck I'm saying, kind of like right now. So, but when I get in the store, I'm like, I could paint some jackets.
Yeah.
And they're like, look. And they were like, oh shit. So, a lot of my sparks came from my actions. So they saw it, like, yeah, let me get some set. Fredro was like, yeah, let me get one. Sticky was like, yeah, I'll get one done too. I said I'll be back in 2 days. I came back in 2 days. Fredro wasn't there. Sticky was there. Sticky was like, no, Fredro's he's at this movie set cutting hair.
Funny as hell.
But maybe he was and maybe he wasn't. You see what I'm saying? They kept it quiet. Fredro was acting at Strap. He was on the movie Strapped.
Yeah.
Remember Strap?
I was just gonna ask, is this before his time?
Yeah, bro. He was.
Moesha?
That was
before.
Way before that.
Damn.
Way before that. We talking about 90. 92.
So they just homies. They didn't even make the group officially yet, or is
No, they were working in their group.
Oh.
In silence.
Okay.
They moved in silence and in violence and silence, whatever. But I went back and Sticky was like, yeah, he's not here. He's at a movie set cutting hair. I was like, all right. So I left the stuff there and he paid me the money and whatnot. Later on, I seen the movie Strapped and Fredro's in it. I'm like, oh, this thing was in it.
That's crazy.
Fuck out of here. So I was like, get out of here.
Crazy.
So I got to know them that way. And from that point on, I was doing a lot of stuff for them. I did their album covers.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Which one?
All We Got Is Us.
All We Got Is Us.
So the metal face, there's a face. Onyx had a couple album covers. First, they had one with just them stomping like where you could see it from the ground up. And they were stomping with a big face, Onyx in the background. So what I did was I evolved their logo from that to a metal face. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like metal, like it was metal.
Okay.
I did that right there.
Yeah.
And I did another one.
That's
one
crazy.
where
We're gonna put it on the screen for y'all to see.
Yeah, y'all wanna check it out. And I did another one with it was realistic. It looked like it went from metal to a real face.
To a real face.
You know what I'm saying? And I got the mold in here, and I could show you that.
Okay.
I tried it in my hand just to show you what I'm talking about. This was organic as hell. This wasn't written down.
Off the top.
Off the zone.
Yes, sir.
So, and I did Sticky Fingers hip hop trivia game. So he played a game on Tigger's basement, like Rap City.
Yeah.
I made that game for Sticky from scratch. Like he came to my house, we made it for him.
That's tough.
So we had closeness that we did stuff for.
Onyx,
Who else? We can go on and on, man, but it's going to take too long to even mention.
Give us one more.
We could just send a list of names you can see as I'm talking.
Cause I'm revving to talk about the big guy, Big L.
Yeah. Oh well. Queen Latifah. I worked for her. I did the Flavor West logo. I did her interior design of her music company when she had it in Merritt Street in Jersey City, not too far from here. I also got called to do Big L. I did the wall. I did the Big L wall. Y'all can probably see it a little bit right
We'll
here.
put it on the screen for them to see.
Probably slide it so you can take a look at it.
Yeah.
Right there. So I also made this whole set, this whole thing. From scratch too, everything from scratch. No 3D printing, nothing. This is scratch, wood dowels, like a lot of shit. Like it was just, we'll explain it another time. But anyway, I was called to do that by Ruckus Records. Ruckus Records called me to paint that.
Tell us that story.
Where
were you? Do you remember?
Like when you got the call, where you was at?
I was in Sweet's Barbershop in Jersey City, which was a place where we painted at, in the back. With Cheese, this dude named Cheese that I know. Juan Vasquez. Yeah. So when I was doing the Big L backdrop, Juan was there with me.
Yeah, OG Juan?
He was there with me. He was helping me do it. He was helping me do it.
Shout out OG Juan.
You know what I'm saying? I worked with Cheese. Cheese, I love that basement because it taught me a few things. It taught me how to take shit as well as, you know what I'm saying? How to take and give, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and that's how to grow up, you know what I'm saying? Because I was real ignorant back then, like just because of how I was brought up. But I learned most of my life being in the street. With Cheese though, in that basement, I showed him a lot of techniques and how to do portraits really good.
Okay.
So when you see Cheese's stuff, I'm a big part of Cheese's life.
Right.
As well as Cheese is a big part of my life. We taught each other a lot. So it was never just a give, it was always a give and take, right? So I learned a lot being around him.
So you was at that barbershop when you got the call?
I was probably at home when I got the call.
Okay.
You know, but I was around them at the time. I got called to do it by Ruckus Records. It was a time lapse. It was a time lapse video of it that they did. And I started in the morning, and I was through by like 6 o'clock that evening.
Damn. Because I was just about to ask you, what was the time frame they gave you to turn it in?
No, they were there. They were filming the whole thing. They wanted to see it in time lapse.
Oh shit.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
So they split it up in video form.
Yeah, I just can't find that fucking video. Shit, I can't find that video. I can't even find the companies. They've been closed down. There's no Ruckus Records no more.
This is gonna be somewhere on YouTube. YouTube
No,
is deep.
no. Well, shit. Somebody see this shit and send it in, yo. Because
send that link in.
you know what I'm saying? It ain't link. Put it out there. Create a link. Create a goddamn link.
I hate the link because it ain't no link.
Ain't no link. Ain't no goddamn link.
Yeah.
But nah, that's when I did that. It was a great time, but I didn't know what I was getting into.
So,
I was just a host to a show, to a great show. The show is fucking Big Al.
Right.
I was part of a. When you see a great show, you definitely remember the host, right?
Right.
So that's why they keep remembering me.
Yeah.
I became relevant to hip hop, bro. Not just through that, but through many other things. You know what I'm saying? My family is deep and creative. You know what I'm saying? Like all that puffy shit. I'm sorry. All those puffy clothing, like the shiny suits and the Missy Elliott big bubble bag and shit.
Yeah.
All that stuff. My cousin made all that.
Oh. Okay.
This a designer named June Ambrose. June Ambrose found my cousin in Trinidad. My cousin used to do stuff for the parades and shit.
Right.
For Trinidad. When they saw it, they reached out and found my cousin. Now, June hired me in the U.S. She don't even know that's my cousin.
Wow.
Right? And the reason why they knew about Trinidad because of the whole point of the Suge Knight shit. They went to Trinidad to go do music to be away from everything to create. You know what I'm saying? So they stayed out there for a long time. And
Okay.
course, you know, June, some of
Yeah.
my cousins. So anyway, I'm sitting, because I'm now hanging with Busta Rhymes. I'm doing stuff with Busta. I'm doing his stage sets and shit like that. I did a stage set for the Puffy and the Family tour. So I'm sitting next to him and talking to him. I said, you know, it's like, yo, Bus, like, your Bus is right here. June is right here. I don't even know June hired my cousin, okay? I'm talking to Busta. I'm just like, it's like, yo, Bus, you know, my cousin did all that stuff. You know, like, you know, we talking about it. He said, well, you know, the shiny suits for Puff, the bubble jacket for Missy Elliott. He's like, you did? June is over there looking at me like June Ambrose looking at me like I'm crazy.
Right, because she the one who...
Oh yeah, you styling.
She hired, she's a designer. She hired people to do shit.
Right.
So they're not going to get credit for it.
Right, yeah, I get the game.
You feel me? So I'm sitting, June, Ambrose,
Yeah.
Buster, and I'm talking about, and June is over there, and I'm looking, and when I saw her, when I glanced at her, she was like this, like I'm lying. This dude, she's like, so who's your cousin? I said, June, my cousin is Rodney Simmons. She was like, oh my, her eyes lit up. I'm Floyd Simmons. They call me 90. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, it's like, yes, my cousin, that's my dad's, that's my first cousin.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? My dad's the youngest of fucking 14 kids.
Sheesh.
You know? So there's a lot of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised that Nicki Minaj is a part of our fucking family line there too. Somewhere. I won't be surprised. I don't. But no, that's how it all started evolving. You know, it was Busta would call me for stuff. I did stuff for 3LW for the video, Promises. That painting in the street that peeled up. That it was a black dude painting it on the street with a spray can. That wasn't him. He didn't do that with no spray can. I painted with an airbrush on the street. I was at 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. I did the Mariah Carey on the hood of the car, Heartbreaker remix with DJ Clue and fucking the Brat, Snoop. You know what I'm saying? I painted the car.
Okay, so
Did a lot of shit.
For creators, you wanna
Yeah.
jump in?
Did you like did you do any collabs with any other artists?
As far
Like
as
painting wise, like y'all worked on. The
collaboration with another painter? No,
Or so solo dolo.
it was always me myself.
Was that your mindset from the beginning? Like, I'm not working with anybody.
No, I didn't know how to.
He didn't.
No. When you know how to communicate, you can have people working with you. I didn't know how to communicate. I just came. I'm sure I would have loved to. The time is faster, more done faster. You know the whole point is, listen, in life, if you get a job done faster, you get to the next stage quicker.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
A lot of times we want all the money for ourselves. That's not it. You delegate it. The more you move forward, you will get more done, getting paid less. I mean, well, getting paid less, you'll get more. You'll get paid more, doing a lot of stuff a lot more faster. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we fuck that up. But then again, it's not just that. You have jealousy, envy, and all this bullshit that gets involved. You say, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Right.
And that's just it. That's all it is.
Talking about yesterday too.
And you either move on or you move the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I was hired for Fubu. I worked for Fubu, like Damon John from Shark Tank. Cool dude. He was kind of dickish, but I kind of understand why he was dickish. He was dickish for a reason. You know, he's getting his job done, getting his stuff. I was just young and annoyed, and just listen, man. You can't come into this to society doing getting work done, being petty.
Okay.
A lot of times we get into this world, want to get our work done, and we bump into stuff, and then we just petty. And petty is normal. You're just a young flower trying to bloom. But a lot of times we gotta start playing chess and not checkers. If there's a situation you have, if you're running a race, right? At the end of the race, and you're panting, exhausted, tired, sweaty, you can barely even get the words out, and somebody's like, all right, would you do this again? You're like, get the fuck out of my face. Right?
Nah, for real, because come on, I just got done, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you're exhausted. And then you're on camera and then you're looking like a dick because you reacted wrong. You felt like you reacted right, but you came across wrong.
I get exactly what you mean.
So my point is, recognize the race, recognize how exhausting it is, and find the words to say for when the time comes, you just pull a rabbit out of the hat. You don't pull your emotions out of the hat.
Right.
You pull what you need to say out of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Be ready, not get ready.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can call it that too.
Yeah.
Chest checkers, be ready, get ready, whatever you want to put, right? But it helps you understand things a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot of times we get so caught up into the annoyance that we don't even get to build ourselves to a point to be. We knock ourselves off the pedestal that we were at, because we don't even know we're getting pretty far in life, but we can knock ourselves down and not even know it. That means for every 2 steps forward, you could take yourself 10 steps back, and for every 10 forward, you're taking yourself fucking a whole day back. The whole month, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Nah,
Right.
bro, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can make sense out of this shit, and it's a simple equation. You know what I'm saying? Don't do coke if it's gonna take you a whole week to recover. Simple.
Right.
It's a simple understand.
It's that simple.
You know what I'm saying? It's let's take coke out of the equation. Whatever you want to feel, whatever that 30-minute feel good is, whatever that day feel good is, if it takes you 20 times as longer to recover, it ain't worth it.
Right.
That's a simple thing to know, right? But most of us don't know it until we do it,
Right.
right? So my whole point is, if you can understand it through others, you can recognize where you gotta be through you. You ain't got to be. There's a lot of TV now. There's a lot of back in the day. Can you imagine back in the day? You wouldn't even, if somebody was even gay back in the day, they couldn't even come out because of X, Y, not. But you need a whole society to know what the fuck is going on before you can make a choice to come the fuck out and have some people to protect you with it.
Right.
Back then, you didn't know what the fuck to do.
Right.
You have to take yourself out of that whole bullshit that people put us in. Today, we have all the research that we need. Go out and get it, and we could figure that shit out a lot faster. I'm not saying that you're not gonna make mistakes. We're supposed to make mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just don't repeat the motherfuckers.
Right, that's all.
You know what I mean? And some people that I know, they don't know any better. So I call it a field of blind minds. You know, they go out there and without even giving a fuck, boom, one leg off. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Well, let me do it again. Boom, another one. Oh shit! Right?
Yeah.
Now you crawling like a lizard, and you want to know why the fuck I don't look
Because
normal
you're
in
going
society.
blindly. You're not learning.
And then
you're
you're
not learning
upset
from your
because everybody
mistakes.
else is looking at you weird. Now this have nothing to do with the amputees. This is a metaphor.
Yeah, this is a
Straight
big
up.
ass metaphor.
You know what I'm saying? It's just have to let people know sometimes that we have the choices today a lot better than we did yesterday. That's all it is. I can break it down in any way we can, but you know.
Tell us about the Aaliyah painting story.
All right, so the Aaliyah painting story, and I wish Aaliyah's mom could chime in because she can co-sign this whole thing. Terrence Clayton, the guy who just came in, he called me one day and he says, when Aaliyah passed away, he called me the following morning and he was like, yo, do you have anything that you did? I was like, oh shit, yeah, I did a painting of Aaliyah. Now, just hold on to that part of the story. Let's back up. Let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go back when she died. It came out on the news 12 hours before this phone call. I was like, oh shit, because every time somebody passed away or something like that, I try to jump up and do it, but sometimes I'm tired and I don't really complete it and I don't get it done. It happened, I got excited, not for her death, but to get it done, to paint it, and I started painting it, and I stopped. I just like, I'm sleepy. When you're sleepy, you find that your brain finds all the excuses to go to sleep. Right? You know what I'm saying? And I had it on a clipboard. It was a cut-out piece of canvas on a clipboard with two clips, not the regular clipboard with one. It had two clips. It had that means it was a bigger sheet of canvas. Okay. Possibly 11 by 15 inches. So I started painting it, and I got tired. You know what I'm saying? I put it on the futon. It was about, the futon was about 7 feet behind me, and I was sitting on the couch watching TV. The futon was opened out because it was a 2-bedroom. I had an office. I slept in one with my wife, and my son slept in the futon. Right? He was like 2 years old, or something. But they wasn't there. Just me.
You
watching TV. The clipboard. I fell asleep and I heard a loud sound. Listen, bro, I'm not really in. I mean, I'm into the belief of energies and shit like that. But maybe there was a little earthquake in Jersey. and none of us heard it but my part. Okay, all right.
Right.
It fell. I woke up and I was like, what the hell was that? And I said,
Yeah, somebody wants you to wake up.
Oh shit! The painting is behind the couch, not behind. Okay, the couch is laid out in the middle of the living room. The back is visible. You can walk behind the back.
Right. You
All that stuff.
It's
It's visible to the bathroom, shit like that.
Right.
The futon is next to the bathroom. I can
lot
lay
of
it out.
space.
I could draw this out. You can see a little diagram later on that'll be inserted to make sense of the stupid shit I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
To a lot of people who don't get it. So I looked up. I looked behind me, and I saw the clipboard. I was like, oh shit. Well, okay, Aaliyah. I guess you want me to paint it.
Right.
Exactly like that. I said. But I'm just like, no, it's gonna freak me out today. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Right.
okay, Aaliyah, I guess you want me to finish this. So I finished it. I went to sleep, and I got a call from Terrence. He says, yo, you got anything that you can show us that with Aaliyah? I was like, yeah, I painted something last night. He's like, yo, bring it down. They want to see it. They're gonna put you on the show. Maybe we can find that clip of me when I was 23, 4. Maybe 25. I gotta make sense of it.
Early 20s.
Yeah, mid, whatever. So, I was called down to Winter System Park for Free and AJ, if you remember them. And they had, on when Aaliyah passed away, they brought me on the show. I was seen by all my friends all over the wherever Winter System was broadcasting.
That's 106 Park, so.
Yeah. And I was working at Fubu, so I had on a yellow and red outfit. It was like a Harlem Globetrotter outfit, but it was mostly red, and red and yellow. It was like fucking Ronald McDonald or mustard ketchup looking type of suit I had on. But I wore that, and I brought it on the show, and they asked me a few questions that I couldn't get the words out. I'm a lot more clear now when I speak, but back then I was like, oh my God, the camera got on. I was like, oh.
And it's live too.
And they were like, okay, all you have to do, okay, where you're from, where you're at, and where you're going. All right, I couldn't remember none of them shits in order. The camera came on, it was a wrap.
You got his name.
Yeah, I forgot everything.
Do you remember your preparation when you was going to the station to do that?
To do what?
To be on TV?
No, they just called me down.
So it was a rush.
Yeah. I went to Fubu and I grabbed some stuff off the rack that they had for in the showcase room. So I mean, there was a naked ass model in that motherfucker that took the clothes off and put it on me. It was probably 2 sizes bigger than me, or whatever. And I wore that, and I was out, and I came out. That's when people started to recognize me. From that point on, they used to tell me, "Hey, you want to bring your paintings in Tigger's basement, Rap City?" So all those paintings you saw in Rap City, those hip hop faces of different kinds.
Yeah,
that was all my work.
Wow.
All my work. That was in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's dope. That's dope.
You wanna say something? So you would say that Aaliyah painting that you did, that's kind of one of your milestones in your journey, your creative journey.
Yeah, amongst it was so many though. There was so many. When Tupac first met me, there's so many, bro.
You met Tupac?
When Tupac first met me.
We could have started off the whole show with that.
That's part of this story.
Right, so,
that's part of this story right here.
Oh,
That's
snap.
Tupac, and that's Big L, and that's the Big L wall, and that's Kevin Child's store up there. That's me painting outside, and that's when Tupac first walked up on me.
You said that's you painting outside?
That's me painting over right there outside of.
So you painting that wall outside?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. This is the cover story to the first docuseries.
Okay, that's hard.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? So when Pac walked up on me, I was painting something, Das Effects or something. And he saw it, and
You remember what year that was?
yeah, that was 1990, 91, 92, 92. Whenever he did Juice.
Okay, Juice era.
Yeah, Juice era. You know what I'm saying? Diggable Planets. No, not Diggable Planets. Humpty Hump and them.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, those dudes.
Yeah.
So he wasn't really,
Yeah, he wasn't
wasn't out there.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't drop Tupaculous yet.
No.
Okay.
Listen, this is way before, okay? And I'm gonna give you a little story, a little hint or something. So, I don't know what Pac had on that day when he got shot, but it could have been the jacket I did for him.
Oh shit.
It could have been.
At Quad Studios.
Right, it could have been. Pac walked up on me, and how the conversation started, because people always walk up behind me when I'm painting. You know, it attracts people in. If I bring you inside, you know, buy clothes and shit like that. Some good ass weed. Anyway,
yeah. So what was that conversation like?
No, well, I smelled his breath before I saw him. Because he was that close.
Yeah, trying to find out what was going on.
He was like, yo. You know, I was just like, oh, not another. That, you know, I was like, and then I saw it, but like, oh shit, pop, juice. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I love it. I like you, like what you're doing. I was like, it's like, yo, thanks, man. There's more stuff inside. He's like, how much would it cost to do a jacket for me? Like, you know, to do my jacket. So what do you want? You know, like, do you want a full body? How much for a full body? Black and white, color. I said, like, maybe, I may have to like $300, two something, full body. He was like, God damn. How much for black and white? I said like 240 or something. He's like, God damn. How much for half a body? I was like, all right, Pac, I see where you're going with this. I said, listen, I could do it for $90 for black and white, half. He's like, all right, cool. He took his jacket off. It was a Carcanine jacket.
Yeah.
Black jacket, gold. Gold and black stitching. If I'm not mistaken. It was a 3/4 joints. He took out his pocket. He took out weed out one pocket. Put it on the counter, like where they cash it. This is back in the day. Weed was like crack. You look at weed. People smoke weed like.
Yeah, they look at it like. Oh,
they look
shit.
at you. You know what I'm saying? He took weed out of his pocket, raw, and it must have been terrible because it had no scent. Because I didn't smoke back then, but how me smoking now, I know that must have been whack.
You trying to say Pac was smoking Reggie?
Oh, of course he was. Hey man, think back. Redman said that song, pick up every seed of it. You gonna rap about weed? See, you gonna talk about you. This girl drop your weed, and he said, well, if you drop my weed, pick up every seed of it. Seed word. You had seeds and sticks in your shit like that. Right. So they didn't care about weed like that. New York, they didn't know weed. You go to Cali, you understood weed. Anyway, he took weed out of his pocket, put it on the counter. In the other pocket, he took out like I still up to this day can't remember. I believe it was either White Owls or Phillies, one of the two. So he must have took out like maybe 6 Phillies out of one pocket. And the Duchess, you know. And I just found out that shit, he was doing above the rim.
Oh.
At the time when he was doing above the rim, and he was walking throughout 125th Street. This is 125th.
Yeah.
Above the rim was done in Harlem. So when he was walking around, he saw me. That's how the whole shit transpired. So when he took all the stuff out of his pocket, he gave me the jacket. I said, "You could come back at I don't know, in about 4 hours. It'll be done." He was like, "All right, cool." You know what I'm saying? He left. I went to get my brush. My brush either fell, and those airbrush guns have a needle inside. If that shit's bent, it's fucked. You gotta you can't straighten it.
Right.
So I had to go buy a new one in Pro Paint in Canal Street, further down on Manhattan. So it was gonna take some time. So when he came back, I was like, yo, you mind if I take it home and do it? When he came back to get the jacket back, I was like, I couldn't get it done. My gun got messed up. I was going to go get the parts, but I didn't want to leave you hanging. I just want to let you know, do you mind if you come back tomorrow? I'll take it home and do it tonight. Have it tomorrow. He's like, all right, cool. I went home from Guy Brewer, that place where I live in Queens. I did it over there in that spot, and brought it back. He came back in. He saw the jacket. He's like, this is dope. Oh, I'm sorry. Before, when he took the jacket off, we went to take a picture, a Polaroid picture of himself, which I still have. And I have a picture on my phone of that Polaroid picture, which I'll give you so you can show. Okay. I took a Polaroid picture of him right underneath the Apollo sign. Okay. That's where the guy took the pictures outside, with the backdrops, with the wine glass, with the Tony the Tiger with gold chain, with gold rings, that kind of stupid shit. Yeah. So that guy, he took a picture of Pac, gave me the picture, and I used that to go paint Pac at home. Okay. You understand? When I went home, came back, Pac came back. When I came back from doing the whole thing, came back in, Pac came in, saw it, loved it. He was like, oh man, I need another favor. I was like, what's that? Well, you know, I want to put Hellraiser in the back of my jacket. I said, well, you have, like, there's 3 styles you can choose from. He says, how much, you know, to get it done? I said, well, what do you want, graffiti, bubble letters? Graffiti. I said, graffiti is going to cost you about $4 a letter. You know the reply, God damn! So I didn't even bother telling him about the bubble letters. I just told him about the stroke letters. You know, the one you put the brush in the paint and you go, I, R, right?
Okay.
It's stroke letters.
Okay.
He's like, how much is the stroke letters? So like, I don't know, like that $1.75. All right, bet, let me get that. So he went Hellraiser to look like stroke, like, you know, just like looking like Halloween and shit. Hell, you know, razor. You know, when it was done, he said, can you put a little color in it? I said, you know what? Free, bro. I ain't going to do this again. I faded it.
How much the color?
I didn't bother. I faded it. I faded the colors from red down into the white. And then he was like, can you flood it with stone? I said, Pac, it's like 7 cents a fucking stone, a crystal, whatever. He's like, I bet, do it. I was like, what? This shit's more than my jacket. I'm like, wait a minute.
What the fuck?
He said, bet. I didn't do the diamonds. I didn't get nothing for that. Okay, I did the diamonds, but I put them in, but I didn't get no money for them because it was, you know, in order for me to, I wanted to hang around Pac more. So now I'm on the floor. He's in the chair like this, and I'm on the floor putting the stones in, you know. And I'm talking to him, I'm fucking my fingers up, because you know the stones have like a rim, right?
Right.
Put on top. And if you put your fingers like don't try to peel no oranges or lemons or grapefruits. Burn your shit up.
Right.
Your shit be burning. All right? No sanitizer. It's a wrap. You know? So I didn't even care. I didn't even know I was fucking my fingers up. I did all the stones. He imagine what my thumbs looked like. I was cut up. I'm talking to him and his brother, and he was telling me about the whole thing about why this lady is suing him because her son died. Her son died. He told me this lady's son died, and he died listening to his music.
So she blamed him.
And she called him a Hellraiser. Yeah. So he said,
that's
fuck
why he got that shit on his back of his
head? Yeah. So he put it in his back. He used people talking about him on the news as leverage, as advertisement for himself.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Right.
So Bing Bong might be, Nem's Fly might be the 12th tier of the aggression of just expression. That shit goes back further. So everything is a Bible. People recognize a Bible, and they'll follow it and make it work for their best benefit. So we step on their backs to get where we at today, as well as other artists who do shit today, and you know, using the Big L wall, and not fucking calling me and letting me know, using my name on shit. You know what I'm saying? Drake, we gotta talk. You know what I'm saying? Dipset, yo, we gotta talk. Y'all use that shit on the concert, that. Y'all use the wall and put my name on it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanna do stuff, call me up, let me know. I clear it up pretty fast. But don't use it, y'all gonna have to come out your ass. I wanna make sure y'all know that. But right now, you notice how people think I'm not coming, I'm not doing nothing because I don't say nothing, but I'm busy doing other things right now. But don't worry, the lawyer's on it. But I've done a lot of other things. I've done a lot of stuff.
Your body of work is pretty thick.
Yeah. 2 years ago, I did the DMX outside for Def Jam. You know, Swiss Beats and them, the family.
What kind of advice could you give people about the business side of all of this?
The business side, stay positive and grind, and stay relevant. And another thing too, don't chase. We have the ability today to chase. When we chase, we all go in the light and we stay in that light too long. We all know what that is. To chase is to know, to be in front and to be a leader is to get yourself rest, wake up, and show your best. When you do that, people recognize that. You could be a leader. You could be a leader without being a teacher. You know what I'm saying? People love to see how people glow. They want to glow too. But a lot of times people think they want to glow as fast as it took to see how bright your ass is. They want to get that brightness right away. You know? It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Patience.
And we all are told little things in our lives that we're not aware of. These little storybooks we hear as kids. You know, the rabbit and the fucking turtle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The hare and the turtle. Oh, he's faster. Who's gonna get it first? Man, I'm betting on the rabbit, kid. Right? But when you don't pace yourself, you hit walls. And when you hit walls, you're looking through windows with your leg up in a cast, healing, talking about 16 weeks, as a rabbit looking at the turtle walk by, talking about, so how's it feel now? You know what I'm saying? In fucking in a week, that turtle's gonna complete his fucking job. It's gonna take you fucking 16 weeks to heal or whatever the fuck it takes, no? So my whole thing is, pace yourself. You get that faster, you get that better, and you and you play a better role of who your character is. A lot of us go out there trying to play roles of characters that we're not, and it's recognized so fast. Right. I can see it like that. I can see I was maybe one of those characters, but based on what I've seen in the past and surviving and being relevant today, man, it definitely make you close the pair and open the third. You know what I mean? Close your fucking eyes and open and develop a third eye somehow. So I always say close the pair and open the third and together. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Yeah, you see shit faster in ways where you deal with less bullshit. You know, sometimes people try to get you for a lot. It could be money, whatever. Let them have it. Let them have it. It's a lot cheaper to see it that way than to have people logging along your life that has a personality of take. You know, so just learn how to pace yourself and chip away at what you love, like a diamond, just like a diamond, just like a fucking diamond. That should look like a rock until you chisel it right, and it's artistically shining in ways that just becomes more valuable. A diamond is valuable, by the way, just a rock, but it's worth a lot more after they fucking carved the motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Put it in fucking Coca-Cola, it fucking dissolves. Anyway, yeah, but my whole point is we put the wrong value on certain things. That's it. But you put in something in it dissolves. I forgot what it was. Was it Coca-Cola? One of them shits. But anyway, but it's just based on just pacing yourself and making yourself the best that you can be, and you get there. Eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? Be the flower. Gain your roots. Plant them roots and let them shits grow. And protect your fucking surroundings from that shit, because this government dirt is killing us right now. Because we all getting our nutrition from a wrong fucking angle right now.
So, when it comes to like contracts, when an artist is about to work with either an individual or a corporation, when it comes to contracts, what can they do legally in order to get the best end of, you know, these corporate deals? Any deal that they have to sign paper before?
Oh, that's easy now. Just shove that shit in a program and tell AI to write that shit out for you. See, back then we had to do that ourselves. Right now the AI will do it all for you.
Yeah.
And make you look better than me. You know what I'm saying? So you can get there faster now, by the way. But you're gonna be a puppet. You know what I'm saying? The less we know is the less we glow. The more you know is the more people respect what you got around you, and they call you back over and over and over again. They look at you like a Jedi. But yeah, man, it's just so much, and so many different docu-series of this thing, of the things I've seen, and I look at myself almost like a fly on the wall, man. I swear to God, I'm like the Forrest Gump of hip hop.
Niggas
Like
don't know
I've seen shit, man. I've seen so much. I've seen so much shit.
I know. I remember the stories you was telling me.
And we could talk behind it. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna talk about it. Y'all out your goddamn mind.
So where you at now with your life and your career, and everything you've done in the past. How are you finding the energy to pick up anything to make anything?
Okay, well, number one, my energy ain't the same as it was before. Okay. Right now, I stand up and paint, and I'm just like, motherfucker, sit down, yo. You need a brace or something. But I definitely think I'm a lot wiser, and that usually happens when you lose body momentum of some kind. You try to work smarter. They try to instill that into the youth when they're young, but they don't know. They're too busy trying to run around thinking that's smart. Don't be the rabbit, be the fucking turtle. You know what I'm saying? In both ways, whether it's in the bedroom or working. Pace yourself. you fucking around so out of it, you find yourself counting potatoes and sheep. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato. Oh! You're too late. You came too fast. I said, God damn it! I was trying to distract myself.
Wait, you spoke on AI earlier, so I know that now they have AI that can make music for artists and AI that can paint stuff for artists. How does that affect the industry?
A lot. But I'm thankful that.
What's the pros and cons?
The pros is that you get your work done faster, you show a lot of stuff, but you don't know how because you're too busy following easy.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do it the hard. If you want to deal with AI, I want to deal with it. But go learn the shit first before you just throw your skill talking about. Because you start looking like a liar. You start looking. It's like saying how. It's like, man, it's a good ass cake. Or you work, man, you're a good baker. All right, how'd you make it? Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you.
Right.
You using Betty Crocker, nigga?
Yeah.
You using Pillsbury? You just using eggs and water, nigga?
Right.
From scratch. No, I'm talking from scratch. Learn how to make it from scratch. You learn how to make it from scratch. You feel worthy. You feel relevant. You feel like you know something.
You feel more valuable too.
You're goddamn right. When people are too busy doing stuff like that, they go out and they start lying. Because people ask you, yo, how'd you do this shit, man? Yo, I just got that.
Right.
Now you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That means everything you're doing in life is just negative, right? Negative. Well, I told you, right? And what happened to that shit? You go negative, it just come out negative. I swear to God, I look at us. I could say flowers, and we could zoom out and look at those flowers in colors. And if I'm giving you colors for a reason. If the colors are more into blues and greens, let's call blues and greens, negative, positive. Let's call purples, oranges, and yellows negative, positive. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Majority, yeah.
So when you see a person who's lighting up orange, don't be around them. If they're lighting up green, they're in the right path to become something good. Zoom out from these things because there's so many different things of each person. Is that a ladybug?
Oh shit. There's one back here too.
Oh word, just chilling my shit. Anyway, but yeah, you can see the colors based on that, and if you can understand that a person is glowing the blues and greens. Those are ones, and you could tell because those are ones who recognize what needs to be done. Mm-hmm. Those who being phony and fake, they're not there yet. They're gonna be there. It's like when you was in a school with kids, and there were some kids that's more smarter than you somehow. And they would get it faster than you did it.
Getting that shit
and how the fuck?
faster.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? I now realize that they had a parent like I feel today. So that means if I spoke to my kids, in that way, when if they were younger, with the knowledge I know now, they will be probably as smart as those kids were next to me when I was in school.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? Because I recognize something in me and what I can put out. Opposed to because my parents didn't know it. They just was in survival mode.
Right.
So they got me to the race track. Mm-hmm. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe they got me in the stand. Maybe they put me in the stands. Maybe I was in the stands watching the race.
You was around.
But I was close enough.
Yeah, you was there.
Right? Because some people never get to see the race. No, some people see the race on TV. Mm-hmm. Some people see the race on a newspaper before they get. It already play on TV. They gotta wait for the newspaper.
Right.
Some people don't even have a newspaper. Some people wait for smoke signals.
Right.
Praying to the fucking to the fucking clouds. Hopefully they saw they felt something, and that ain't guaranteed.
Right.
So when a parent can get you as close as they can to the race, recognize how close you are, and be thankful for as close as they placed your ass, and stop being a degenerate. And say, they never put me in the fucking race. And then my parents gotta step the game up. You know what I'm saying? They got Bentleys. We gotta do something.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking degenerate ass motherfuckers today just feel like you owe them shit. You owe them shit to the point where the phone is everything. The phone is your house, your eat, your food. Now nobody cares. The phone. Right? Because they don't know what it's like to complete a hard to realize how great it is to be on the winning end of achieving.
So what type of discipline does it take to get to that mindset?
You have to dial them in, and I gotta tell you that the dialing is tough because the society gets 70% of your fucking kids. So even if you came home to deal with the 30, you're like, okay, well, get your ass back out there. Hope y'all come back and still listen. Because there's more motherfuckers out there who's gonna fucking twist your mind. You know what I'm saying? So you have to prep their mind to know what they gotta deal with, because when they see it, they're gonna deal with it. They might even jump into it, but they're gonna recognize it and jump out of it before they get too deep into it. You don't have to lose all your limbs. You don't have to just walk out in a land field fucking blind.
Yeah.
Sometimes life is an eggshell and you gotta pace yourself and get through that motherfucker. But when you get through, you learn something, you create your own fucking field with no landmines. Places people will feel good to come through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna use that shit in a rhyme or a rap somewhere. Right, that should come out nice, right? I'm gonna use that shit in something. I know it's gonna come out.
That's tough.
But yeah, it's all based on the fact that we're dry when we're looking for light, and we're trying to take something in, and it's dope. We could take something in, but we got to know what we're taking in.
Mm-hmm. And make something of it. I'm just taking
Make the best of it, man. You know what I'm saying? We are here. We are alive. We have a temple that's fucking with a soul. What you gonna do? Go fuck that up because you don't even know? Fuck it. I wanna go do crack.
You said, like, on top of like doing portraits, you also did like stage shows. Like,
I did designs for stage sets. I did the Busta Rhymes stage set for the Puffy and the Tall family. I did Nas's stage set and it had the Fink's face of Nas in the middle, and it had Biggie and Pac on the backdrop. And there's a story. You remember when Steve Stout? You know who Steve Stout is?
I know who that is.
Remember he got into a fight with Puffy?
Yeah, with the bottle.
With the bottle?
Yeah.
All right. 2 days before that, I'm in the office with Steve Stout. He's talking to Puff on the phone. I didn't know he was talking to Puff.
Okay.
But they were like, yo, we got to get Puff off the video. With Nas, you know. Mm-hmm. You can hate me now.
Yeah, because he said he didn't want the
He had
Christ.
the cross.
Yeah,
he was holding the cross, and he was walking with the cross, like Nas was. I saw the video with Puff walking with the cross.
The original, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't out. It was just like people were playing, you know, like record companies were having them. So I saw it. I think it probably dropped once too, and it had to take it off. And I think they did drop it. They did drop it, and they had to take it off. And Puff mom was like, no, you know, the preacher, some shit, don't like whatever the fuck, some. You gotta get off that shit. All right, so he went to call Steve Stout and said, Steve Stout, you gotta take me off that shit. And I'm sitting down on the chair waiting to be talked to. He's on the phone. He called me in the office. Like, it's my turn. I'm in his office. I'm not sitting outside.
Right.
I'm inside now.
Yeah.
I'm in his office. And he's over there talking. Yo, man, no, I'm not gonna. I'm telling you, I can't do it. I can't. And whatever. He just brushed away and he just shook it off like, yeah. So, can you do this thing? Whatever. I said, yeah, I could do it. Yeah, I could do it. I'll do it like that. I said, how much it'll cost? I said, $10,000. He's like, you know, Nas came in the office. And Nas, yeah, like this raspy voice, like, it's like he's strained, like he's just strained and shit, like, it's gonna cost $10,000? I was like, yeah. He said, why it gotta be $10,000? I said, number one, it's a big drop, it's 20 by 60 feet, and it has to be fireproofed. And that's all he had to say. He said, all right, we do it. And he walked out. I came back, and you see how this model's right here, like this? I took a shoebox. Okay, a shoebox that opens up. I put black felt inside, and I made a whole stage and I did the show. I had to show them what it would look like. So I did the whole stage. People submitted for Steve Style. People submitted blueprints of the stage set, drawings and shit like that. I submitted drawings and a fucking model, bro.
Damn.
I came by the. Anyway, I did the whole thing. I did the stage. I printed out the whole thing on the computer. I printed out the whole backdrop. It was like this big. The things, Pac, Biggie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could see it. I had Christmas lights on the top, and I broke off all the Christmas the Christmas lights. The Christmas lights was looking like flowers back in there. You know, little green, red. You know, the little cheesy little fucking lights.
Colors, yeah.
So I broke the fucking petals off. Shit, I'm gonna spray my fingers. I broke the. That shit hurt, kid. That shit hurt, kid. I'm gonna have a spray tomorrow. Thank God I draw with this hand. Anyway, I broke the things off and I put the lights inside to look like stage lights. Shine down. So I brought it in. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? Bring it out. I brought my shit in. I probably had my Walkman with my tape inside, with cassette tape and fucking headphone. And I popped up downstairs in Manhattan. This office was by 50-something Street by Central Park, maybe 3-4 blocks before you get to Central Park, coming from downtown, you know. And I saw an ambulance outside. I was like, why is there an ambulance outside? I go in the building, you know what I'm saying? I go up the fucking elevator, come out, and everybody is standing around like, what the hell's going on? I walk down. It's almost like people. It's like, you know, like the train line when you fucking dance and shit, motherfuckers.
That was
It was like it was like we were the Walkman, but I wasn't dancing. But it was people inside me, and I had my box. The design, you know what I'm saying? And the box was closed up.
And you don't know what's going on because you got your Walkman.
No, I know it. It's off. It's off now.
But in his mind.
Just now I'm walking
to
through.
Present.
You in that mindset.
And I see Andre Harrell and Steve Stout. Who did I say it first? Steve Stout or Andre Harrell? I'm still smoking.
Steve Stout.
Steve Stout, right? So Andre Harrell was walking out Steve Stout.
Right.
Steve Stout had a brace in his neck.
Damn.
Fucking had a brace in his neck. So it's almost like I wish I had a camera that day, because that's a vision everybody would have loved to know, you know. And he's coming to the elevator with with Andre Harrell. I was like, Steve, what about the design? He said, give it to my assistant. All right. What the fuck just happened? You know, I get home and I heard the whole story about Puff, and Puff hit him with a bottle, but it wasn't Puff. It was Puff, but Puff put the blame on his security guard.
Yeah.
His security guard took the blame for that. And they worked out a deal, Steve Stout and Puff, behind doors, and a payout.
Yeah,
I was there for it. Forrest Gump and hip hop. Trying to tell you, bro, I got mad stories, bro.
That's crazy.
And there's more. There's a lot others, bro. There's a lot others.
Any backstage stories?
Okay, so there was a time when I went to the club and Tupac was there, and I went to go see Tupac.
What city?
It was the Jack the Rapper, I believe it was, in Atlanta.
Okay.
Or maybe, anyway, but I went up to him and he looked at me in such a way, and he like his security guard hemmed me up. No, it was a Jack the Rapper because I had to pass. And I had to pass that Bad Boy. I was working for Bad Boy at the time.
This is after he came from jail?
No.
Or before?
No, before.
Is he fucking with
Before.
Suge?
No.
Okay.
No.
So he don't got no problems with Bad Boy right now?
Yeah, he does. He did.
Does?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did. This is before Suge. This is when he got shot.
Oh, this after Quiet?
This is when he got shot.
Okay.
In Manhattan. And he thought he was Bad Boy that was involved. Now I'm doing stuff with Bad Boy. I redid the logo for Bad Boy for the whole they show and this shit like that. To the point where it was me. On this plane. It was Puffy when we flew down to Jack the Rapper. It was Puffy on the plane. He chartered the plane. It was Puffy. Biggie sat across from me. Biggie broke his fucking chair. The fucking chair. He broke it. He was like, so fuck. He fucking took. First of all, he took all his fucking. He took a box of Phillies a box of Phillies out from his sweater that he had. He took it out, and with his weed, and he put it aside, and he went to recline his chair, and he broke the shit.
Damn.
And he was trying to fix it. He thought, but he fucked it up.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it. You know, and I'm sitting right there. I'm looking at him like I'm in one row with a window. I'm sitting in by the aisle, and he's in the aisle seat right across from me, right across from me. And of course, Mr. Cheeks and Talik. So Mr. Cheeks and Talik, when we got to the to Atlanta, I gotta say one thing. Before when we were at the airport, we had suits on. Puff said we had to all wear suits. We wore suits. And I'm gonna get to the story with Pac. We wore suits. And I had on an olive suit. I ain't had no suits. I was just like, you know, Puff was like, this nigga come to the spot looking like from a, you know,
Disney.
A fucking video, a fucking hip hop video, dancing with a suit. You know, like it wasn't like the suit. He wanted a suit.
It wasn't the shiny shoots.
No, he wanted a proper suit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the proper suit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, we got there, Big got out the fucking car. He had on a sweater. You know what I'm saying? He had on a sweater and shit. And Puff was like, yo, man, I said you had to wear a suit. He said, I ain't got no suit that could fit me. Mr. Cheeks and Talik pull up in a car, came out. They had on t-shirts and jeans. Fucking Puff did like a turn. He's like, what the fuck? He said, I told you I gotta wear suits. He's like, Mr. Cheeks was like, yo, man, I had a green suit. Talik had a yellow suit. We wasn't coming here looking like 7-Up. Everybody started laughing, kid. He just let it go. So we all flew down to Atlanta with suits on. It was for a reason. Puff was using us for business deals. He was saying that his crowd, he comes with a big crew.
Okay.
He needs this XYZ amount of money.
Okay.
He was just utilizing his assets that was around him.
Yeah.
He said, please wear suits. He was calling his shots. You don't even know why you don't wear a suit. He's like, I guess we gotta look fly. We gotta look fly. No. He was to us it was fly. It was business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why we went on. You know, so we went on there. So now it's 3 to a room. It's me, Mr. Cheeks, and Talik. I never smoked a blunt before. Never smoked.
How old are you?
Probably 20, 19, 20, I don't know.
Okay.
We could check it, check it. But I was in the room with Mr. Cheeks and Talik, one bed. He was like, you know, because they're brothers. They were friends first. And they turned out to be brothers later on in life. They found out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I guess wherever dad left his hat, it was a home or something. But they were great writers, you know what I'm saying? They wrote a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a room with them. Mr. Cheeks asked me, no, Talik, he was like, yo, you can roll? He's like, yeah, I can roll.
Gelling.
I don't know how to roll, but I want to smoke so bad. I'm in the, you know, so he threw me a switch of sweets. I don't fucking know, but bro, I don't know what to do with it. He said, go ahead, unwrap that. I'm like, oh shit. I'm looking at it like a foreign object.
Have you ever watched somebody take it apart? Nothing?
Bro,
I
may have seen and thought I can achieve. But you can't just see. You gotta know how to touch it.
You need practice.
Yeah, so I took it. I took the shit. I was like this. Pop. Oh shit. Pop. Oh shit. Pop. I know he had to wet it. No.
Right.
He's looking at me the whole time.
Like,
I'm at the bed head with my foot on the bed like this, and he's at the foot of the bed, walking back or whatever, and I'm like pop. He's looking at me. I don't know. He said, "Oh, you can't roll." Yes. So that song you hear, you never smoke a blunt before. You're not a leader in the race, just taking up space. That was written about me, Mr. Cheeks and Talik.
Oh wow.
I know y'all was writing about me, yo. Y'all thought I was wasting space. I never smoked a blunt before. You're not a leader in the race taking up space. My apologies. I was young. I was trying to be relevant. I didn't know how.
Lead us from this plane to Atlanta when you backstage and you see Pac, but you got the.
Oh shit!
the
So
He forgot he was telling me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
the
on
weed is
point,
the
I'm
weed
on
is
point
the
for
weed
you.
is good. The weed is good. The
I'm
weed is
on
good.
point, I'm on
I just sound like I'm on point, but I'm not. I'm actually delay like a motherfucker. You hear this shit? Delay like a motherfucker. Anyway, so
You on the plane?
no. Now I'm inside and I have my pass. I got all my friends in with the pass and whatnot. And it's like, yo, there go Pac, yo. I said, yo, we can meet Pac. You know, I already told him that I know Pac. I did his jacket.
Right.
I know Pac, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what's going on. This is not today's social media. I heard Pac, I had little newspaper clippings of he got shot, this and that, but I don't even know what's going on. I'm trying to be down with Puff and them. I'm trying to do stuff for them and whatnot, and I'm flying with them. So hopefully I can get down and whatnot. And you know, I'm in a room with fucking Mr. Cheeks and Talik, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, and they wasn't even out, so they were nobody when they were in. When you didn't even know who they were. They were coming up. Big was there. You didn't even know who Big was either.
Wow.
Big was coming up. Big was coming up, doing his shit slowly, like writing mad stuff, and he was just like trying to be relevant. Little song here and there, but it wasn't like, you know, when he blew up,
I get
it
you.
wasn't like that. So when I saw Pac, I'm just like, yeah, we could go meet Pac. So I was trying to walk over to go see Pac, and it must have been known. The Bad Boy logo, you know it. Two people hit me up. Pac is at the bar with like a Hennessy. With a Hennessy
Bottle.
No, with a Hennessy cup.
Glass.
I was like, yo, Pac. You know, cause they picked
Right.
me up. I mean, I was like I was like 130 at the time.
They trying to get you
when they
out of
picked
there,
me up, I
yeah.
was like 5 pounds. Yo, legs barely touched the ground, skipping. I was like, yo, Pac. Yo, Pac. Yo, Pac. He turned around, yo, and he gave me that face on the bar. He turned around, he's like, I know who the fuck you are, but you can't really hear it. This was a convention. There's people talking. There's this convention there, this convention there. It's all VIP people with passes.
Right.
He was like, I know who the fuck you are. Now, my friends are maybe about, I don't know, 15 feet behind me. Pac is like 10 feet in front of me. And I'm stuck in the middle. And Pac said, I know who the fuck you are, or whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? You could barely hear him, but there's a lot of attitude. It's not like you know. It's not like he know me. And my friends is looking at that back there. I don't want to even look. I want to look at their faces, but I know I don't look too together, because if somebody hem you up, your collar up like this, your shit, you're not even.
You look
You're not even
crazy.
dapped up. You know how you do?
Right.
My shit's all up. My shit's touching. Sorry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, he said, don't you ever, whatever. I was like, in my mind, what a dick. I did your jacket. I brought it down from $200, $300 to $90
Right.
to black and white. That, you know, you made it the price you wanted. You know,
With
we
the
sat down,
diamonds.
we talked, put the diamonds in. We, you know what I'm saying? I think we cool.
Did him a favor.
Not after you see people,
Yeah.
things happen through a. And today I understand him more than I did understand back then. After seeing his documentaries, now I'm like, oh my God, I feel, you know, that's why I got to come up with my stories, because a lot of people they misjudge me a lot right now. But after doing that, even they let me go and shit. And I was just like, all right, so call you later. Dude, I turned around, my boy was like, oh, and they're like, you don't know Pac. Like, so for years I had to deal with that fucking shit, and I don't, and when it comes down to a point where people think that I didn't or I did what, and you don't believe me with something, I'm done talking about it. I'm just do it once, show it once, you get to see it and understand it like I understood Pac.
Wow.
So my journey takes a little while.
Wow. Well, that's a crazy story. And
Tell us about your biopic. Like how you,
My who?
what you was doing, the biopic.
the documentary.
Oh, the bio, that's what you call it?
That's what it's called, yeah.
Wow, I got a lot to learn. I'm old, I'm still learning shit new every day.
The who?
The what? Say what?
Biopic.
The who? Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so this one I was obviously pretty much about Pac and Big L. It's about Pac and Big L. Pac, Big L, Ron Browse, and Kevin Childs. And it's a 90s story. So these stories about from the 90s. The people I worked for, did stuff for.
That's hard. Run DMC. I like how you got your thing in there.
Yeah, my logo.
Yeah, man, you got the coffee now.
The Coconut, yeah. Don't sweat the technique.
Any other big stories?
Biggie Smalls stories.
Do you remember when you met Big?
Oh, of course. I mean, through the industry, he called me art guy. And nigga never knew my name, yo. He never got my name. At that time, it was Top Art, Floyd Simmons. He's like, you the art guy, right? God damn it. Yeah, I'm an art guy. One day I went to a Chris Tucker concert in the Beacon Theater, and there were 2 shows. I was in the first show, a gift from my brother. I go to the first show, and after I left, I saw Big outside. My brother got to know that I knew Biggie Smalls.
So you didn't get Pac, but you got Big.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I went to give him a pound, and he brought me in like this, and it was mad hardware, yo. I was like, and I think, come to think of it, I was really blowing his spot up. Because I was like, God damn, what's all that shit you got in your,
Like, you making it hot, yo?
No, but he didn't do that. He may have done like this.
Yeah.
And I think he did do that, but I didn't relate it to that. He was just like, yo, there's any metal detectors in there? I'll say, hell yeah, they gonna know all them shits you got on you right now. I was like,
Yeah, he's making it hot.
I just came out of a Chris Tucker concert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like coming out of a Kung Fu concert, you come out, you try to do Kung Fu. I came out of a Chris Tucker, I'm loud as fuck.
Time, yeah.
Lego, man. I have roaches and rats in my house like this. Anyway, but yeah, that was a story I had with Big. There was a few more.
That was the first time me and him, you said?
No, that wasn't at the concert. No, I've been knew him from that point on. But because he popped, I was always around, bro. I was always around, man. Mona Scott hired me to do like Violator album covers and shit, like for the concerts. They had these Violator covers done by this kid. I forgot his name, but I redid them big, real big, like big CD covers from Mona Scott. So I worked for a lot of people.
You ever met DMX?
Yeah, I met DMX.
Tell us a DMX.
Nah, not like that. I didn't get to meet him like that.
Okay.
Because the DMX and Aaliyah video. Remember that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The paintings in there, I did them.
Oh.
The one with DMX like this. Not the red wall, the blue one like this, and Aaliyah with Aaliyah and her name inside. When he died, when she died, I went on the stage. After that video, she died. I went on stage to present something. I think that's why I felt so close to her, to do something. And afterwards, I went back for the DMX. Oh, but I forgot to tell you, when I brought that painting to the funeral and I gave it to the family got it and they saw my number in the back, and her mother called me when I was in the house.
Aaliyah's family.
Aaliyah's mom.
Okay.
Well, Aaliyah's family, when I gave it to them, I gave it to her cousin outside of this hotel by the Central Park when they were coming out. And I gave her the pen and said, can you give it to the family, please? Because she's like, yeah, sure. I said, I mean no harm. I'm running up the steps like, hey, can you give this?
Right.
It's like, they're already on edge with everything that's going on around them. So her mom called me. Her mom called me, and we were both on the phone crying. I told her about what happened. Because first of all, before I even told her what happened, she said, "Oh, thank you for capturing my daughter the way I remember her." And I said, "Do you mind me if I told you something about why I finished this, what transpired about this whole painting?" And I told her, and she started crying. We were both crying. That she was bugged out. I told the whole story about Aaliyah and the reason why I finished it. and how I don't believe in too much in spirits too much, but I do believe in a higher something out there. And energy, sometimes you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I wonder, does it happen when in a room and people start yawning? Like when you yawn, I yawn, this person yawn. It's just a spirit walking through. It's like, it's like something's up. It hasn't been figured out yet.
All right. In no order, give us top 5 hip hop artists. Your favorite.
My favorites?
No order.
No order. Tribe Called Quest. Sticky Fingers. I love his delivery. You know, Apache. You know, he wrote a lot for Queen Latifah. People didn't know that. Man.
You got 2 left. And that last
2.
one's the hardest.
I'll have to say Biggie and Pac. Now on the 10 list, of course, Big L is on it, but I didn't really know Big L, and most of these people I mentioned, they vibed off of him before I appreciated them. Came from the footsteps of Big L.
Wow.
So he's very relevant.
Top 3 female? No order?
I'll say Latifah, MC Lyte. And Butterfly from... Is it Butterfly? From Digable Planets? Yeah. Yo-Yo.
Yeah. They just did a female hip hop documentary on Netflix, and she's on it.
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's tough.
Got a favorite artwork? The one, let's say, the one that meant the most to you while doing it.
Yeah, the Big Pun.
The Big Pun one?
Yeah.
Why that one meant the most to you?
Because it's in the video, 100%. It's the first Spanish hip hop Grammy Award winner. Is it Grammy or is it
Grammy?
Grammy, yeah, Grammy Award winner. That's Latino. You know what I'm saying? So for me to do a painting they used my painting for the video. They made copies. So they have all the copies in the video. So when you look at the 100% video, that's the original. It's in my house. It's right behind us.
So any last words you want to let our viewers know before we get up out of here?
Check out my website, Zone 90 Graphics, my Instagram, and soon to come, you'll see my document and all the different stories that I wanted to once tell you guys. You get to stop, look, and click and check it out. You know? And there's a couple of merch y'all could check out as well. Let me know what y'all think about it.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. The Hustle Pod.
He came in like this. Now he's like, yo, now, shit.
Episode 2.
I took two pulls and that was it.
Okay, that's episode 2, The Hustle Pod.
Yes, sir. Get money and get away from me, man.
So, who the hottest in the state?
Come to Hustle Mania, find out.
Simple.